everyone, welcome back to another Stitches and Scribbles tutorial. My name is Erin and today we're going to be making these super cute granny square earrings. Now if you've never crocheted before, this is probably not the best tutorial to start with because we're going to be working with really tiny yarn and hooks. And additionally, if you've also never made a granny square before, you might want to try doing it with regular yarn first. Either way, I am going to show you how to do it in the video so that you can make these cute earrings. Let's go over some materials first. So in order to make this project, you're going to need 3 different colors of embroidery floss. It can be whatever colors you want. I like to do them in an ombre design. You're going to need some form of scissors. You're going to need a crochet hook. Mine is a 2mm crochet hook. You're going to need a yarn needle, and you are going to need 2 earring hooks of your choice. I like to use the ones that close in the back because those are the most comfortable for me to wear, but again, you can pick your preference. To get started, you're going to pick your center color for your granny square. I'm going to use the lightest color pink. Take some off of the card so that I can get started. Alright, we're going to begin with a slip knot. Insert your hook, and then we're going to chain 4. Then join into the first stitch with a slip stitch to make a tiny circle. Now we're going to do the first row of our granny square. So we're going to start with a chain 3. That counts as our first double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, that's your first double crochet, and double crochet again. Then we've got 3 stitches total. You're going to chain 3 for the corner and do another cluster of 3 double crochets. That's 2 of our sides. I'm going to make another corner by chaining 3. Do another cluster of 3 double crochets. Chain 3 to make a corner. And do your last cluster of 3 double crochets. And chain 3 to make your last corner. Then you're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain of that chain 3 that you did at the beginning. And then we're going to trim our string and pull through that loop. You should have something that looks like this. We are going to leave those ends out for now, and we will weave them in at the end. Then you're going to flip your square over, pick up your second color of string. I'm using this medium pink for my second color. Unravel a little bit so that you can work. Make another slip knot. And now we're ready to start the second row. I like to try to start in a place that's not where my ends were from the first row, just to kind of spread out the places where the ends are woven in. You also don't have to flip the square over to start your next row, but I like to do that because the final piece lays flatter if you alternate directions. Pull that slip stitch through one of the corners and chain 4 to make your first double crochet and a chain 1. Now we're going to do a cluster of 3 double crochets in the next corner, and chain 3. Then do a second cluster of 3 in that same opening. Chain 1 to bridge over your double crochet cluster from the previous row. Make a double crochet cluster in the next corner. Chain 3 to make a new corner and do a double crochet cluster in that same opening. Chain 1 to bridge over, and then do another set of 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets in that same opening, chain 1 to go over the gap, finish off that last corner, and you're only going to do 2 double crochets for your last one because we already made one with our chain 3 at the beginning of the row. So after you've done 2 double crochets, slip stitch into the 3rd chain from that chain 4. And then you can trim your string and pull that yarn through. So now we have 2 completed rows on our granny square. I'm going to flip it over again. We're going to do one more row. Mine is going to be in purple. Getting out some string to start with. That's that tapping sound you hear. Start with a slip knot. And I'm going to start in a corner again, making sure to give myself a little bit of distance from where I started the second row. Start with that chain 4. That's your first double crochet and the chain 1 to bridge over the cluster. Do a double crochet set of 3 in that first chain 1 space. Chain 1. Carefully. This yarn does split a lot because it's meant to be split up for embroidery. Do 3 double crochets in that corner. Chain 3. Do another 3 double crochets in that same corner. chain 1, do 3 double crochets in that chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the corner, chain 3, 3 double crochets in the corner, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the corner, chain 3, 3 double crochets in the corner, chain 1, three double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1 again, 3 double crochets in the corner, chain 3, and finish off with 2 double crochets. Then you're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the beginning of the row, cut your string, and pull it back through. You should have a little granny square that looks like this. Now for weaving in the ends, I like to use a blunt yarn needle, and if you're working with really tiny fiddly ends like I am, it really helps to feed the yarn needle where you want that end to go first. So I'm going to plan on using this light pink end, get it through a couple stitches where it'll be hidden, and then feed the end into your needle. Just makes it slightly easier. And then you can trim each end as you go. You're going to weave in all of your ends, make a second granny square, and then I'll show you the final steps. At this point you should have your 2 granny squares and your earring hooks. So what I'm going to do is take my needle nose pliers and gently open the loop of the earring hook, and I'm going to feed that through one of my chain stitches from the corner, and then gently close it to make it into an earring. I'll do the same thing for the other one. So gently open up the earring, feed it through one of those corner slip stitches, and close it up. And there you have a pair of earrings. So in thinking about pricing for these did take me about 45 minutes to make, which is quite a bit of time for a pair of earrings, especially compared to my beaded ones. But I would still price these at around $10 just to make them match the pricing of my other earrings, since those are marked up quite a bit for how long they take and the cost of the materials, just so that all my earrings can then have the same price. If you were selling these exclusively and only doing crocheted earrings, I would price these more at $15 to $20 just to make sure that you're getting paid for your time. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to check me out on other social media, all that information should be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone!